Thanks for clicking. You're listening to Time In with yours truly, Tommy Crenshaw. With me, as always, the art market adventurer, Ricardo Lungus.
No, adventurer is a little misnomer. I'm just going there. I look at the art and stuff, but I'm just trying to see if there's maybe a nice lady there that I could take out to a nice dinner or something like that, so we can have a nice evening. And I like women that like art. So so that's why I'm in the art market. I may pick up a piece here and there. It's a talking piece for the house or something like that. But it's what I do, Tommy. It's what I do.
A talking piece. I mean,
you're a talking piece.
You getting robots or something?
Not a robot. You go to a house, you see something on the wall, and say, "Hey, what's that thing?" Well, then it starts a conversation. It's a conversation starter. You gotta start conversations. And so it gets people talking, gets people loosey goosey. You know what I'm saying? Tommy?
Yeah, I knew this guy back in Schaumburg, and he made these
Schaumburg, Iowa, or Schaumburg,
Schaumburg,
North
Illinois.
Dakota? Illinois. My bad. Okay, sorry.
The big
go ahead.
one.
Go ahead.
The big city, Schaumburg.
Okay.
Yeah, but he was he did these paintings and stuff, and he had like these weird animals in bizarre poses, and their eyes were all kind of googly. But they would talk. Put batteries in it and stuff like that. The people would they would talk and say like very sophisticated things. They would talk about like Chopin and a steak tartare and things like that. But then eventually, after a while, when the batteries started to get low, they started to get kind of risque and perverted. And then people started talking back to it like it's a person, and they started getting one guy punched his knuckles through the wall, busted up his whole arm, and they destroyed all the art because art was getting people to fight with the art. And so talking art.
Tommy, that sounds a little scary. It sounds like some ambient horror or something like that, like some crazy horror movie that you come out. I'll stay away from that. Talking art that talks to me and tells me to go. Tells me my dog is evil or some stuff like that. I'm gonna stay away from that. But who isn't? From a horror movie talking about evil things is our good friend Anthony North. How you doing, Anthony?
Hey, Ricardo. Excellent. Yeah, I mean, when I see art, the last thing I want to do is talk. I mean, I like to study pieces. I've been around the world. I've seen a lot of baseball, but I've also seen, fantastic original work. Germany, Switzerland, where the artist, originated from. This is really a topic that I could go on for days on.
I know, Anthony. You are a very world scholarly human being, a man who knows his art, and a man who can talk about it for days. It's just like you can talk about baseball for days, because baseball to you is your art.
There's nothing like it. Everything about baseball is beautiful. Whether it could be a hit by a pitch, it could be the grimace, it could be the pain, it could be a line drive to the face. We're talking graphic art. You're talking about talking art. Listen to a baseball game from field level.
Did you just say mention Grimace was a baseball player? Did the McDonald's character?
It was.
What's going on? Yeah.
Well, there was that one dude. He was kind of big. I think he got hit in the throat one time. And he turned kind of purple like Grimace. I remember that. I think it was a A's game. It might have been an A's game. I think it was like A's in the Baltimore or something like that. I can't remember. It's been years ago, many years ago. I think like in the early 80s or something like that. But
okay, that makes sense.
That's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. But hey, did you guys see the Field of Dreams game? Did y'all see that?
Yeah, of course we saw it. I mean, that was a spectacle.
A spectacle. Yeah, it was a beautiful thing that you could see. You had a movie, and then the movie came true. The dreams came true. The Field of Dreams.
Beautiful. They should have done this a long time ago. I don't know why we wait 100 years to try to bring people of color to Iowa. But it's about time. I mean, they built it in 1919 from what I heard. And that's when he said, he will come. I think I think they were talking about Ricky Henderson, but they waited too long.
That's true. That's true.
Because I mean, when they played this Field of Dreams in the cornfield, this was 1919. This was the Chicago Black Sox. The best athlete in baseball was Babe Ruth, and Babe Ruth. I mean, we know what kind of athlete he was. But look at what would it be if you could bring the athletes from today to compete with, I mean, Ty Cobb, right? Ty Cobb, he was the man, stole 100 bases, close to it. But, I mean, Ricky Henderson did that by the All-Star break.
Exactly. I see what you're saying, Anthony. It's wild, dude. You know, if you think about, like, it's Iowa. And, you don't really, I guess, I've never really spent a lot of time in Iowa, I must admit. I did see some other people of color there while I was there. But I think the baseball game did bring more people in. It just, I don't know.
It brought people together.
I don't know.
It brought people together.
It brings people together.
Yeah, I don't, Anthony, I got just a little something to say about what you were saying. I mean, you're talking about Ty Cobb stealing those bases. Everybody knew that Ty Cobb was a real SOB. But back in those days, I mean, it's like before the cameras could like eyeing you, and people weren't bringing binoculars at games to. I don't know why people bring binoculars to games. That's just a weird thing to do.
They got the terrible seats. They got the dollar seats that you play in the upper deck. Like you're behind a pole or something like that.
Didn't get a real job and get some money. But the deal with Ty Cobb and stuff, that's when you could just go up and stab a guy. I mean, you could be like, what if you're on first base and the first baseman's there and you just stab him, or you even threaten to stab him? Say, listen here, pal, this is what's going to happen. You're going to let me steal. You make a nod to the second baseman that says, my life is in danger. And you do that nod, and everything's good, and I steal. If not, then I'm going to stab you right here. I'm going to stab you so wide, I'm going to shove the base into the stab hole. And, everyone believed him. Sometimes he probably didn't even have a knife. Sometimes he probably just had like a crispy piece of lettuce or something like that. They just poke into the back. I'm just saying that nowadays you cannot threaten to stab somebody and get away with it. They got all the lip readers and stuff like that. Everybody's the trash can banger guys. They're really good.
Exactly.
Telling stuff like that. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, you get thrown out of the game, nowadays if you threaten to stab somebody. I mean, you get thrown out immediately. I mean, back in that day, you could have like some brass knuckles, you could punch somebody in the huevos or something like that, and they go down, you take the base. They didn't, but they were strong guys back then. They'd take a 95 mile per hour ball to the head, shrug it off, go give them a shot of a scotch and take the base. That's what they did back then.
Yeah, that's because they're all patched up with like horse leather and stuff like that. Anytime a guy got a ball to the face, they take him back into like the stable of the stadium, because many of the horses were like helping keep the stadium running by like walking in circles and pulling the wheel to keep the lights on and stuff like that, and the popcorn's going. But they take little pieces of the flesh of the horse and patch it on their faces. They didn't have time to go to the hospital back then. Those guys basically had like horse leather like all over their bodies. You take a hit like anything.
And back then, you also, I think heroin was still legal. So, you get hit by a pitch or something, you break your ankle sliding in the base. You shoot a little heroin, you don't feel a thing. You're good to go. You're a little tired. You can't run as fast, but you're still good. You're good to go,
Yeah, that's a good point. Everything now we test, 24/7, everything's being tested. The baseball's being tested, your glove, your belt buckle, your hands, your face, your hat, your hair, you name it. Body part, they're testing. Back then, everything was legal. I mean, if you got a little pain, you just shoot it up between innings. Maybe you take a break, walk over to the dugout, take a snort, come back, hit a 500-foot homer. Take a little jog around the bases.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I'm surprised about? We're going back to the corn game. Like the corn game, I'm surprised none of the pitchers like took some corn and like maybe a corn leaf or something, and use that instead of spider tack or something. Corn, like corn syrup is sticky. You know, they
Oh,
could
they were
like
watching that corn, Tommy. They had cameras on that corn. Everywhere
they had
you
to.
looked, they was cameras on that corn.
They
You
had
couldn't
to.
watch the game for shots of corn. That's all I'm saying. Like they kept an eye on the corn.
They had to. That's temptation. Like, I mean, it's when everybody's trying to cheat. Everyone was walking to the corner saying, man, I could just take this stuff. But,
Exactly.
Actually,
yeah.
I did. I mean, I witnessed it firsthand. I saw a couple of players, taking a couple of bushels, to feed the family, I guess. I mean, I don't know what the White Sox, are paying players these days. But back then, the original Field of Dreams, that was the reason they played the game. Was for the corn. They had to feed. We're talking Great Depression, the Dust Bowl. I mean, corn was where it's at. Wheat was falling apart. So these days, everybody's trying to do what they can. But yeah, I mean, I saw a couple of players trying to eat the corn. This is not high quality corn. I mean, we cleared the field out to put a baseball stadium there for a reason.
I mean, people nowadays, they don't eat corn like they used to. I mean, these baseball guys, they're rich folks. They don't know how to eat corn. They don't know how to they don't know how to shuck it. They don't know how to boil it. They don't know how to put some butter on it. They don't know how to do all this. They don't know how to put it, wrap it in some foil, put it on the grill. They don't know how to do any of this stuff. They're rich fellas. They rich. They've been there. They hitting the home runs. They bringing in 40, 20 million a year. They don't know how to do all this cooking stuff. So of course they might be out there eating it raw. They're just up there like, hey, look at me. I'm doing this corn, with the cornfield, the Field of Dream. Look at me. I'm eating the corn. It's all for the gram. That's all it really is.
Yeah.
It's all for the gram.
Now, here's a question. Though and we've talked about this, but behind the scenes, is the copycat games, right? They've already committed to next year. Next year they got the Cubs and the Reds playing, and they're playing in corn too. I mean, you could put them in someplace else. Put them in the potatoes in Idaho or something, or put them in like a cave in Pennsylvania, and then do a mushroom game. Then they're gonna start. Some people say they're gonna get some of the wacky mushrooms, and then it's going to turn into like that no hitter. That what's his name? But Japan could do like a rice game. It's like I think that they're going to just create movies to convince baseball to come to certain small towns. They say, hey, we did a baseball movie. You have to come here and recreate it with the ball game.
I'm okay with that, Tommy. You know why? Because this game got 5.9 million viewers, which is the highest rating since 2005. Since 2005, Tommy. That's 16 years. They had not had ratings this high. So I'm talking about, hey, let's do the mushroom game. Let's do the Idaho potato game. Let's go to Colorado and do the marijuana game. Let's do these different games.
Let's wait till it's legal for everybody that's listening.
All right. You know what I'm saying? We go to all the baseball movies. We go to Major League. We go to Rookie of the Year. Angels in the Outfield. Bull Durham. What's the one with the cheating ones? The eight men out.
Yeah,
we go up there.
Chicago.
We do the 8 men out game where somebody's cheating. We're gonna get.
We've already done a bunch of those. Come on, let's be realistic.
All I'm saying, they're gonna get the views, they're gonna get the revenue, and they're gonna get that nostalgia from the movie. And bam, that's more money. Bam, that's how we turn baseball around.
Well, yeah, but what about the other sports? What are they gonna do? I mean, like, I want to be like Mike, or you have the Looney Tunes, cause they just had the Looney Tunes, the Space Jam. You have your Space Jam arena. You have your Space Jam. Be realistic. We're not sending players into space now. Come on, you're gonna get carried away here. I mean, you're gonna do something.
You talked to Jeff Bezos.
No, come on now.
And you talked to Michael Jordan, and we're gonna have the Space Jam.
Here's what the basketball would do. I mean, come on, let's pull it in here, pal. Let's do the peach baskets. Like, that's a little bit more realistic, and see if these players can dribble some peaches, because that's like where the game started. Was the Canadian guy Namesmith came down to Georgia to go work on a farm, and they started fooling around. And I'm down with that too. I'm down with, you go true retro, true retro. Other than you let non Caucasians play too, but you go truly retro,
and you had the peach baskets, and I think you can double dribble or something like that. I forget the original rules. I don't think you had to dribble back then.
What
you just kind
you
of carried the ball around and shoot it up there, whatever.
What if you did like a George Washington Carver game, and you had like peanuts, and you had to hit peanuts with the baseball bat, celebration of the peanut guy.
What we need, and I know Anthony is down for this one. We need to go back to a leather cap football game. That's what we need. Honorary leather cap football game.
That'd be good. That'd be really good.
They're already doing that in college. I'm seeing, that's a smart idea. You don't need to use the helmet as a weapon. It's just a little soft cushion when you fall, maybe, bust a head open. We don't need all that. Just a little leather. Just a little leather, something maybe to keep the dust out, keep the mites out. Playing baseball out in the cornfields. Who knows what kind of insects. The praying mantises.
That's another one. Aren't you surprised? We're talking about the mantis stuff that they weren't coming out of the corn. I guess mantises don't like corn.
I don't think mantises like corn. I think it's mostly like you. I'm surprised it wasn't like some mites or something like that, some grasshoppers or something like that.
Lotuses.
I think they like them. Or lotus.
Lotus.
Oh, yeah. Well, now if the lotuses showed up to the game, that might have been bad because them lotuses they can come in and they can swarm. They may carry off some players. They might carry. Who knows? There might be some locusts out there that got some souvenir balls that might be on eBay. Get some souvenir balls. Field of Dreams game. You look up Lotus 2018 and see what profile he has and see if he got a ball. Somebody might have signed it. You never know.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't think a Lotus could pick up a player. I mean, I think that's a bit absurd.
No, not one Lotus.
No,
Locust, like 1,500 them bad boys come up there. They're gonna take you away. That's all.
Yeah, I don't think there's any historical record of them ganging up and pulling people into this guy.
Maybe I'm just saying they could do it. That's all I'm saying.
And that's the end of the game. You've been listening to Time In, TTFN.